Today, man, we're going to be going over 10 things to help you improve your running game in college football 25. Now, these things are going to work in any game mode. Online, head-to-head, ultimate team, dynasty, offline, it does not matter. These are just universal things that will help your run game go to that next level. Number one, you need to make sure you have a good playbook. There's like 130, 140 some playbooks to choose from. And I've broken this down to 4 playbooks that I really like, that I think that you'll have really good success running the ball of, and not only just running the ball out of, but you'll be able to throw the ball out of these too. Because at the end of the day, at some point, you do got to throw the ball a little bit. But I like these playbooks. I'm gonna give you these playbooks that I've used most of these. I think they're really good for running the ball. This first one right here is the Charlotte 49ers playbook. This is the playbook I actually currently run right now. I've used it for the most part almost all year. It's a really good playbook. I actually have a complete breakdown of this offense as well. I posted about a few weeks ago, probably a bit longer, probably almost a month ago, but this is a really good one. I run this myself. Second playbook is going to be the Michigan playbook. This is a really good playbook. I've ran Michigan actually for a decent amount. For a decent amount this year. I was running Michigan for a little bit. I liked it a whole lot. Surprisingly, actually also a really good passing playbook, which is really weird. But another really good playbook to run the ball out of. 2 more playbooks I got, and look, I'm not going to give a complete breakdown of these playbooks. We'd be here forever, and I haven't ran all these playbooks enough to really give you a complete breakdown of them. But for the third playbook, I'm going to give you guys the Kansas Jayhawks. There is a surprisingly good. This is, out of all the ones I've given you guys, the only one I haven't actually used online. I've used it offline though in Dynasty, and I thought it was a really good playbook. So I just, you know what, I'll throw Kansas in there. This is the last playbook I'm going to give you guys right here, the Liberty Flames. I've ran this one online. It's a little bit of a crazy playbook. It's a lot of triple options, speed options. It's one of those crazy offenses, a lot of quarterback design runs, a lot of craziness. It's definitely one of the more crazier ones, so I said this one last. I actually kind of ranked them actually in order which I would recommend these playbooks. I probably forgot to say that, but yeah, so the point of this first pointer was, though, get you a nice playbook that you can run the ball out of, then we can get to the next basics of all this stuff. Number 2, do not hold turbo behind the line of scrimmage. Now, I'm going to have to explain this one, and I'm going to show you guys a visual. Before I explain it, I'm going to show you guys. This is what it looks like when I hold turbo behind the line of scrimmage with my running back, before I cross my offensive line. I'm going to hand it right up the middle. See what happened right there? You see how the Javon Curse gets right off the block? Now, I'm going to show you the same run without holding turbo, just normal. You notice how late the defensive lineman got off the block there? This is a real thing. This is something that has been around. I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons to Madden because, look, Madden's the only football game we've had for the last 10 years. So it's the only football game I've played in the last 10 years, okay? So that's what I'm going to base a lot of my stuff off of. And plus, a lot of the mechanics in this game, they literally come from Madden because, like I said, it's all we've had. Point I'm trying to make is this actually also works with passing with your quarterback behind the line. I'll actually show that as well too. When you hold turbo behind the line of scrimmage with any player, any ball carrier, I don't know what it is, but for some reason it always just makes the defensive lineman, they get right off the block instantly and they go right for you, to as if where you don't hold turbo, you're able to just kind of run right past the D lineman, no problem. So I'm going to try to throw the ball here. I don't even know what the defense is actually in. I'm going to kind of, you see how I'm just walking, and I'm able to, I hold turbo once I get past the defensive lineman. Now watch what happens when I hold turbo and I just try to like run right around his face. Look how fast he's going to get off the block. Okay, well, he didn't really get off the block there. I don't even know what the defense is in, but that's how, you know, let me try stepping up to the pocket. This should be, so you see how I can just step up. The defensive lineman don't even notice me. Now watch what happens if I try to just straight up turbo right through the middle of the defensive line. And you see how they immediately get off the block. This works for the pass and the run. I was showing both, but I don't know why I showed the pass. This is a running video that kind of defeats the whole point. But now I'm not saying never hold turbo behind the line of scrimmage, because there is a time and a place where you might actually need to hold turbo. Maybe it's a stretch play. You need to hurry up and hit that edge. But just be very careful when you're holding turbo. You typically, especially on inside runs, just wait till you clear the defensive lineman, then, do that. Like I said, sometimes there's a stretch where you might need to, you got to beat that outside guy really quick, so I can understand it. But just know the situation and know when you should and you shouldn't hold turbo behind the line. Don't always do it. Number 3, stay away from runs that have pullers involved. Just play all the way to the far right. Buck sweep. I run the ball a lot. Anyone that knows me, I run the ball. If you watch my gameplays, you watch my streams, everybody that knows me knows I run the ball. I know a thing or two about running the ball, okay? And I in the past have ran runs with pullers, and like this play, for example, buck sweep used to be a staple in my offense back in Madden 23. Oh my god, I mean this play was amazing. I mean, we'd hit the edge and we would be gone. But you see the problem right there? In this game, any run I've done and I've experienced so far where there's supposed to be some type of lineman or even multiple linemen who's supposed to get out into an open area and pull and, you know, block people in space, they don't do it. It just doesn't work on this game. I would stay away from all runs where it's going to be some type of run where it's supposed to be pulling out in front in the open field, because the linemen just don't do it. Number 4 is one that I'm sure a lot of people, they don't do enough. Use eye candy, use motion, make adjustments when you're running the ball. When you drop back and you're throwing the ball and you're putting your little route combos in and you're setting up your little pass protection, all that stuff, you could do the same for a run. For example, this is something I do all the time. I love running this stretch out of Charlotte Playbook at a single back. I think it's wing tight Z or whatever it is. I love this stretch, but something I love to do in the first quarter of the game is, and I set this up all the way by the fourth quarter, what I like to do is I like to take this, I almost said defensive end, this tight end at the end of the line, and I like to motion him to the other side of the field. And a lot of times, the other team, they see it, they're like, oh shoot, like it's a motion to the left, the ball's got to be going to the left. No, I snap it and I go to the right. And what this does is, this is setting something up that I'm going to do later in the game where I'm actually going to run it to that side. So I might, you know, maybe in the same drive, maybe the next drive I might do the same thing. I'll motion them over again, but I still won't run it to that side. And then eventually by that third or fourth quarter, I'll set it up and I'll run it to the side. The point I'm trying to make is sometimes it's a good time and a place to motion guys around, and it might even lead to some better blocking and stuff. There's actually one I like to do. I think it's at a wing slot over. Let me see, where's this run at? I think it's where else is it at? Okay, slant 18. Something I like doing out of this, so it's supposed to be a stretch to the right. A lot of times I like to motion this receiver to the left side of the field, and I'll still run it to the right side, right? But something that this does is when I motion them to the left, I have the ability to cut this thing all the way back to the left if I want to, because sometimes there's a little bit of a seal, and it's just, and they kind of seal the edge a little bit. They did not do it right there, but sometimes that, you know, if you've ran this play a couple times, the whole defense, they're worried about it going to the right, and then sometimes there's that cutback ability to the left. So just motion guys around. Number 5, you need a go-to run play. You need a run play that you can call 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and rely on that to get you that 1 yard. For me, it's that ace offset read option. The reason why for me is because there's so many different things I can do at it. So a lot of times I like to hand it straight up off the middle. If I really need a yard, I just straight up dive my running back. And a lot of times I'm kind of able to get it off that. But there's a lot of different points for me to attack with this run. 1, I can keep it with my quarterback. 2, I could even let's see how that D end there is kind of like waiting on the quarterback to keep it. Sometimes there's a lane for me to cut it back. Sometimes I can cut it all the way to the left, and then sometimes I can cut it right up the middle. So there's a lot of different things I could do with it. Now obviously I have to read it when it happens, but a lot of times I like to just hand it off straight up like that, and the blocks are really solid out of it, and I can just dive and get the 1 yard. The point is, though, you need a go-to run play that you can count on for that 1 yard. Number 6, you need to have some type of threat that you will actually throw the ball out of these running forms and these plays you're in. Because eventually, let's say, you know, I come out of ace offset and I've done nothing but run the ball out of it. The defense at that point, eventually they're going to be like, you know what? He's not throwing the ball out of this. We're going to put 10 in the box. We're sending everybody, like we're taking the run away. So that's when eventually at some point you got to be like, you know what, we got to throw the ball out of this. So just have some type of pass play that you really like out of it, a route combo, to where like when you notice, okay, like you could tell like he's making adjustments, like he's going all out in his first down or whatever, maybe a 3rd and short, you want to try to catch him with the deep ball. So just have some type of pass game, you know, to your name. Like for me, everybody knows I'm running Z spot. You know, if you send the boys, I'll set up my blocks. I'll have like 2 routes that I'm looking at, but you know, I know, not 2, maybe about 3. I'll have the corner out, block a tight end, maybe motion the running back out wide, streak him, have the underneath the drag. If you know, but make sure you have some type of threat that you will throw the ball, because if you're just all out run that same form, at some point the defense is just not going to let you run anymore. Number 7, you need to have some good abilities on your running back. What I'm showing on screen is I'm showing, you can see the abilities that I currently have on offense. If you see what I have on the running back, it's workhorse and shifty. Those are 2 abilities I feel like, yeah, got to have on a running back. What Workhorse does is this allows your running back to take more of a beating. He's going to be able to take a lot more carries. He's not going to get as much wear and tear, and he's just going to be on the field a lot more, which you obviously want in your starting running back. And then Shifty, I don't even know how to explain it to you, man. It's like human joystick, and then when it lights up, he gets like 99 speed. That's how I can explain it. The guy just turns into a complete god. If you run the ball a lot, I'd highly recommend it. Another way to also, I would recommend to get Shifty to light up a lot more. Under center runs, stretches, and stuff like that, outside runs, I notice it tends to light up a lot more, and when it does light up, there is big play potential. Number 8, if you want to be a serious running football team, you gotta have multiple running backs that can carry the load. And I'm not talking about you got a really good running back 1 and a solid running back 2. No, if you want to be a running football team, you got to have your running back number 2 needs to be running back 1 material. You don't want to have it to where, okay, for me, Derek McFadden's my starting running back. My running back 2 is Ashton Genty. I don't want it to be like, okay, Ashton Genty's in. I don't know if I can run that. I might need to be, do this instead because he's in the game. You need to have it to where even if your running back 2 is in the game, it's the same play calls. We're calling the same stuff. We're not changing anything. We have the same level of confidence in him. You need to have almost 2 starting running backs, in my opinion. You don't want to have any drop off when the other guy comes in. You need to have that same level of threat out there to the defense. Number 9, a mobile quarterback will help your run game immensely. Now, if you're primarily an under center runner, I guess it probably won't. For me, I'm 50-50. I do under center runs and I do shotgun runs. Well, maybe not 50-50. I might say I'm like 65 under center, 35 shotgun running. But the point is, if you're doing any type of runs out of shotgun, you really want to have a mobile quarterback, because what that's going to do is it's going to just open up more lanes running the ball for your running back. If you got a pocket quarterback in there, what's going to happen is your defensive end, on every single run you do out of shotgun, he is going to just bite down right in there, and he is going to play the run every time. As opposed to when you have a quarterback with a little bit of mobility on him, I could sit here and the DN didn't do it there, but the DN's going to have to respect him with his speed, because if he does not and he bites in there on the run, quarterback's taking it and he's getting at least 10 yards there with his legs. So mobile quarterback for any shotgun run, I think is a must. You want to have that threat that he could always keep it. Number 10 is the last tip I got to give out. Under center runs are the best runs in this game. I'm a guy that's ran the ball a lot, and I've never really been a big under center runner ever really in Madden, but in college football, man, these are the best runs in the game, hands down. I don't know what it is. The blocking's great. I think with the fact that if you can get Shifty to light up, let me see if I can get the light up right here. I couldn't get the light up there, but the outside stretches, even the inside runs, the halfback smashes, all that stuff, like they're just really good. And running the ball in this game is really good in general, just because of how the movement is. But in my opinion, whatever playbook you decide, I would definitely recommend there's a reason why I put these playbooks first. Charlotte, Michigan, Kansas, because they got a good mix of under center runs and shotgun runs. Liberty doesn't. It's all pretty much pistol, shotgun, but we talked about how that's speed option, triple option, that whole thing. So definitely whatever playbook you choose, definitely get someone with a little bit of under center in there, because these runs are just too good not to have. Those are 10 things, though, in my opinion, that I think that can help your running game immensely in this game. I run the ball quite a bit. Now, I don't run the ball. And also, I think this bonus tip I'll put in there. Don't run the ball to mask that you're not good at passing the ball, if that makes any sense. If you're not a confident passer and you're like, I want to create a really good running game behind it because I'm not a prolific passer and all that, that's not the way to do it. You need to get better at passing the ball. You really do. Because at some point, you're going to have to throw the ball in the game, and you're going to probably get exposed for it because you're going to be cold, and you're not going to have that experience of what you're looking at with the defense throughout the game, and you're not going to have much rhythm. So don't try to make a whole running scheme because you're not very good at throwing the ball. Am I a prolific passer? It's hard to say that, but I'm very good at passing the ball, but I run the ball a whole lot because I'm all about controlling the clock, time management, winning time possession, and just controlling the game. And also, I've just always enjoyed running the ball. I don't know why. But those are all the tips I have to give out. If any of you guys out there have any questions about the game plan in general, you guys can comment it down below. If this video helped you, man, drop a like. If you're not subbed to the channel, definitely sub to the channel. We got lots of more college football 25 content on the way. If you guys got any video suggestions you would like me to do, you guys can comment those down below as well. I also stream over on Twitch. I play mostly Ultimate Team on there. I think I do want to get back into playing some Dynasty though, which, you know what's crazy? As much as Ultimate Team as I play on this game, I honestly enjoy Dynasty more. I really do. If any of you guys want to see some Dynasty content, let me know down in the comments. I definitely would be down to do it. I actually kind of have a plan I want to put together on it. I just don't know how many people will be interested. I know people really like my UD videos I did. I might do like a DSU one. I don't know. We'll see. This is the topic for another day. What are we doing here? That's all I got today, though, boys. Till next time, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.